It's Judgment Night on Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9pm, live and free on Channel 5.
This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social. We're in Newcastle and delighted to be joined by Josh Kelly, all relaxed in bed there, mate. Look comfortable. Hey, first of all good?
I'm good, mate. I'm very good. Just chilled. Just, like you say, just having a chill out.
Judgment Day is nearly upon us. Friday night, fight night. Yeah, obviously, it's simple, easy question. How is everything going?
Oh, mate, well, the old cliche, like I always say, everything's went well, but it has. It's went more than how it could have went. It went better than how I expected, so yeah, I'm in a good place.
In May, you said, I want to be clever in my next fights. Fight at domestic level, then move to European. Is that still the plan?
Well, when I move Troy out of the way, I think everything opens up then. Everything opens up, so just moving Troy out of the way, basically, and then we'll see what opportunities come.
I've asked everyone a similar question. Where do you think, I probably will say him, but where do you think the pressure does lie? You or him?
I think him, personally. I think I've boxed at high levels, I've boxed in bigger venues, I've boxed in more pressure situations. I think he's stepping up to me. Even though he's the champion, he's stepping up to me. So, in his head, I know he'll know that, but listen, he can deny it all he wants, he knows he's stepping up.
We have to talk about that. We spoke a little bit off camera in terms of the one-to-one you did with Wasserman, the face-off as it were. Yeah, first of all, how was it to film? Did you see anything or notice anything more about him? And we talk about what was said, but in terms of that confrontation, how did you think it went overall?
Good, mate. I think he's a sandwich short of a picnic. Like, I don't think he's all there, lad. But I mean, it is what it is. I think that's him. He's not.
What, a sandwich short of a picnic?
Well, I just think that's him. You're just not gonna get. I think Troy's just Troy. Like, that's what he is. Do you know what I mean? He's that, like, he's not. I don't think he's necessarily a thinking man, but I think he's an alright lad. Do you know what I mean? He's not bad, but just it's funny, mate. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Felt really, really at home in there.
Yeah, because this whole build-up, even before this fight's been spoken about before, you know, there's no real beef between you two, but in that specific piece of filming, there was a little bit of needle. You did say you were in his head.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm in there, like, things he says and stuff. I know he's watching us all the time, and I know he's constantly posting about the fight. To be honest with you, I haven't really watched Troy anything. I've just been in my own bubble doing my own thing, and until fight night, I don't really get myself that up until fight night. So fight night comes, I'll be on form, and you'll see a different version of me then.
He did say every time you stepped up, you have failed. I think that got to you a little bit. Is that the case?
No, not at all. No?
No?
I mean, if you think of the step-ups I've taken, they've been huge, and I've been like managed quite fast. That Williamson fight, it was in Madison Square Gardens. I had a broken hand 6 weeks before. Just everything was. He was such a good. He was probably. I'd put him up there as the best boxer I've boxed potentially. But he was the last person to beat Terence Crawford as an amateur. Like, these are the guys who's operating on them levels, and you see where Avenation is now. Like, these guys have been in ex-world champions. I've stepped up to ex-world champions. So I've stepped up loads in my career. So to say that is just an absolute. I don't know. I think he's trying some way to try and break the defence down, but it's not well. Like, you can't get in there.
You were at GB together, both prestigious amateurs. I did ask him the same question, you know, is there any stories or anything you can take from those days, you know, the sparring, etc. Do you take any of what has previously happened between you two into this fight on Friday?
No, not really. I think Troy hasn't really. He was mature. He's always been mature as a kid growing up at like 17, 18, like you said. He's always been quite mature, so he hasn't really. I think he's kept the same style and probably added a bit more like aggression and tried to come forward more as a pro. So I think a lot of things he does is still the same. So I think it's you can take, that's one thing you can take from it.
We have spoken, well, you've spoken about your struggles with the Avenesian fight. Hopefully this fight on Friday will bring you back to confidence, really. A lot of confidence if you beat Troy Williamson. Is that what mostly it is to you? I mean, how much does the British title mean to you as a fighter?
Nah, British title's massive. I love I love to hold the British title. Well, when I hold it, it'll be great. But I, listen, I'm past that. I'm past that having Asian thing. That was a big stage in my life. A year ago, and maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. But like the thing is, to get through that and to get where I am now shows how much determination, how much art I've got, how much I want the sport. And that last guy I fought, Lucas Bastida, he was a bit of a knockout artist, and a lot of people he went flying under the radar. Now you put him against Troy, I think one of them swinging shots where he was swinging at me, would end up clipping him. So I've been in with guys who's dangerous, and I don't need to put no relevance on Troy compared to any guys I've fought. I just need to just go in there and enjoy myself.
What do you make of some of the critics with that fight? I was there for that one. It was a huge test for you. Big fight, a tough fight. What do you make in terms of some of the critics that say you didn't perform to your best on that night?
Well, I just, to be honest with you, I boxed safe. I boxed nice and easy and tidy. I just boxed safe. I mean, I didn't need to take no risks. I was making the guy miss and making him pay and then doing what I had to do. He was a big swinging awkward kid, tall, big. He was knocking people out all over Argentina. Never lost really. I think he lost one, but on a cut. And like, he was there to win. He was there to like properly have it. And he's no mug. I'd put him up there against a lot of people. So yeah, that just stands us in good stead. I've been busy this year. Stands us in good stead for this one.
You have been very vocal about Adam Booth. You will be, if you win on Friday, you'll be his 8th British champion, British title winner he's ever trained. So that's a huge step in the mark. How much confidence have you got in Booth? You have been very vocal in how much you respect him as a trainer.
Yeah, when I win the British title, he's a good. Adam's an absolute gem. He's a good friend of mine and a coach. So he looks after us in both aspects, and I've got full confidence in him, and he's got full confidence in me, my ability. So we just need to just play that out and fight now.
I read a piece from you a few years ago that said you keep everyone on mute during fight week, except from Adam Booth, your wife, fiance at the time when this was written. Is that still the case for this fight? Is that still this cliche, this sole rule you keep? Is that still the case now?
It is similar, it is similar. I try and keep contact really low during weeks coming up and stuff. I've actually during the last few training camps I've had 2 phones, so I don't have to be on one phone, be on the other phone. So
who's on one phone, who's on the other? How do you split the two up? Is it like
no, the other one,
family, friends, etc.?
Yeah, people who I need to get in contact with every day, and they contact us every day, I put on that phone. Then the other phone's just for everything else. So it's just important things, and then things where.
Can you give us who's on those phones? Who's on the phones? If you could divulge who's on those phones, just to make us important / backseat driver type thing. Is Jack sitting there as well? One of your mates sitting there. Which phone is he on?
Oh, Jack?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on the less important one, Jack. No, he's on the good one. Everyone who knows to ring me during the day and stuff's on the phone, so it's not that big of a deal. It just switches you off and just helps you operate during the day. Do you know what I mean?
It is a Nokia 3310.
What phone is it? Yeah, what phone is it?
It is a Nokia, so yeah.
So it never runs out of battery. It's always there if you need. It's a proper emergency phone. That's one I take to a festival. Then I think.
Yeah, it's a survivor's phone, isn't it?
Survivor's phone. Look, this British title fight as well, it is a big. This catches the hardcore, really, doesn't it, in terms of Friday night. There's other fights going on this weekend that catches both publics, really. One that, I guess, a fight that we don't really need, to be honest. This one on Friday night is a huge fight. It's one you didn't have to take, though. Why this fight in particular? Why Troy Williamson? Why the British title for the people at home?
I think a lot of people were saying, I've heard a lot of things saying oh, Troy called me out. And it was no, I got put mandatory. I got put into the mandatory position. So do I say yes, I want to fight him, or do I go no? Do you know what I mean? So I'm the one challenging him. So I was just yes straight away. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't think. So he wasn't the one picking me. I picked him. So he needs to get that. He needs to get that right. Do you know what I mean? He needs to get that right. He knows I'm coming for him, not the opposite way around. So yeah.
There are rumours that his weight isn't where it should be. What have you heard? He did categorically dispel any rumours yesterday, but what have you heard?
Mate, it is what it is, isn't it? His weight could be anyway. His weight could be spot on. I don't give a fuck. It's about boxing skills at the end of the day when you get in there. And listen, he's always going to say, no, I'm not It'd be stupid to say, no, I don't think I'm going to win the fight. And for me, weight's absolutely terrible at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I feel like shit. No, he'll not say that. But listen, even if he is spot on, if he's not spot on, if he's fucking 13, 12 stone, 11 stone, 10 stone, I don't give a fuck. He's getting in there and getting the job done on Friday night. That's the most important thing.
It's a big night as well, not only for you, but there's a lot of people from the North East having a debut as well on Friday night. How much? And a lot of people are thanking you, most of all as well, for giving them that opportunity.
That's nice of them, mate. I've seen them all come up as young kids, do you know what I mean? Like Adam Richard, Travis Waters, Ben Marksby, all these lads, I've seen them all come up as like younger kids boxing, do you know what I mean? So it's good to see them starting to take the debuts and starting to get into this mad world of professional boxing. And then after my reign as British and world champion, hopefully them can take over, do you know what I mean?
I think Walters has had over 160 amateur fights and amateur bouts. That's incredible, really.
Yeah, I didn't know he had that much amateur experience. That's good, that, mate. It's a big, yeah.
Is there any interest in winning this bout outright if you win it on Friday? If to like defend it and then defend it again, etc., or is it just then moving straight up to European and hopefully back up to world level?
I'm not too sure, you know, to be honest with you. Depends what comes up on the horizon. Do you know what I mean? Like it's opportunities, what's given to you. Like, yeah. Listen, if a good opportunity for a good fight comes up, I'll take it. But I'm winning this, and then, like you said, getting back to where I was on that fringe European world level. That's where I need to operate before I go on to winning the big things.
Anything you want to add, brother?
Yes, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. It's 100%. It's 100%. It's 1,000%. It's 1,000,000%. Come on.
Thanks for the Boxing Social, Josh.
It's Judgment Night on Channel 5. Troy Williamson defends his British Super Welterweight Championship against the pretty boy Josh Kelly. Who wins? Find out Friday, December the 2nd, 9 p.m, live and free on Channel 5.